Previously on the channel. Hey ladies, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Charmaine Charmant and I am on a journey to losing 100 pounds. And today I'm really excited because I'm finally starting to see some progress. Yesterday I stepped on the scale and I can officially say that I am 10 pounds down, which is 1/10 of the way of reaching my overall goal. So I'm really excited, but I'm also trying to play it cool because I have to do this 9 more times and you know, it's not gonna be easy, but it does feel good to see that I'm finally moving in the right direction. If you've been tuning into this channel, you already know that this quarter has been very interesting and I've been through all the emotions. I've been excited, I've been disappointed, I've been hopeful, and everything in between. But one thing I've learned so far is that weight loss is not linear. There are gonna be ups and downs, but you just have to keep going. Slow and steady wins the race. Today, I wanna talk about everything that I've done to get to this point and what's on the agenda for Q2. So grab a seltzer and tap in. When I started this journey, my mindset was very militant. I was at a point where I just wanted to completely eliminate everything that I viewed as the enemy to losing weight. But I quickly learned that it wasn't sustainable for me and it just didn't play out that way. When I realized I couldn't live up to those standards that I set for myself, I started to feel a lot of shame. So I had to shift my mindset from trying to change my life overnight to trying to create new habits over time. So in the last 2.5 months, I haven't been perfect by any means, but I have been better overall. Some of you have been along the journey with me. We've done some hot girl walks together. You've seen me meal prep with my sister, and I've talked to you about the lows that I've experienced. But today I'm just gonna give you a deeper look into the habits that I have been nurturing along this journey so far. Starting with habit number 1, walking 10,000 steps. Now, when I first started this journey, I wanted to walk 10,000 steps a day. Obviously, I have not been walking 10,000 steps every single day, but I have been making it a priority of mine to do so most of the time. And I found that a couple things helped me to achieve this goal. When I first started this journey, getting 10,000 steps was not easy. My feet would typically hurt me towards the end of my walk. My lower back would be hurting me, but now I can get through a 10,000 step walk with no problem, and it's a lot of fun. And one of the ways that I encourage myself to keep going when I am getting bored on my walks is by listening to women who create content like me about just glowing up and bettering your life. And I also listen to sermons. I like listening to 2819 when I am on my walks, just, you know, connecting to God and my spirituality. I find that especially when I tune into 2819, it just completely gives me the energy that I need to finish that walk. And I usually am finishing it feeling a lot better than I would if I weren't tuned in. So that's something that works for me, but I think, you know, if you are someone who's trying to get 10,000 steps a day, finding a way to make your walk a little bit more exciting is gonna help. So maybe you're not a Christian like me, but maybe you're motivated by beautiful surroundings. Sometimes what I do is I'll go to a lovely neighborhood that is a dream neighborhood for me and walk through that neighborhood, or I go to the beach like I did on the hot girl walk that I took you guys on. Anything that's going to inspire you to want to do better for yourself, I'd say incorporate that into your walk to make it more of a lifestyle. Because I work from home, getting outside is crucial for me, and so I've been trying to just get my steps in first thing in the morning. But when I can't do that, what I'll do is take some of my calls from the park and just get my steps in that way. And I really love having my Oura ring because it helps give me that push by sending notifications when it's time for me to get moving. I also find that because my mother and my sister are on a similar journey to me, having them supporting me and encouraging me to get outside has helped as well. That brings me to habit number 2, meal prepping. For me, meal prepping was the hardest part of all this. I can admit that ordering out was a big part of my day-to-day life because I am not someone who is excited to go into the kitchen and cook for hours. But there are a couple things that help me get inspired to take that step. The first thing is looking for inspiration for recipes. Instead of spending my time scrolling endlessly looking at nonsense online, I actually do try to look for different recipes that will get me inspired, and I've been saving them in a folder called meals. So I look at a lot of like high protein meals, a lot of Caribbean meals, and what I do is I try to find things that I'll be excited to eat during the week, and that helps me to understand what I need to look for in the grocery store and what I might want to prepare for the week. It's made meal prepping so much more fun. You all see, last week I did a meal prep video and it was really exciting to cook things that I would be looking forward to in the week. And I've also learned a lot about how to prepare foods, as well as some cooking techniques. So it's helping me to feel more well-rounded overall. And I even get excited to cook for my cousins when they come to visit, and it's just introducing me to a whole new side of myself. Another way that I have made myself more excited about meal prepping is by purchasing these really cute glass containers that have silicone accessories. They're just kind of cute. I like looking at them when they're in my fridge, and it might seem silly, but sometimes it's just the little things that can get you inspired on the day-to-day. Which brings me to habit number 3, finding balance between what I love and what I need. Now this goes back to what I had mentioned earlier about being militant versus giving myself grace, and understanding that I'm not gonna be perfect all the time. So for me, instead of completely eliminating carbs or completely cutting out alcohol, it wasn't sustainable. But what I could do is reduce the amount that I was eating and just try to find a better balance. And honestly, like if we're looking at this from a lifestyle perspective, these new habits that I'm forming are something that I'm gonna need to carry with me through this journey and beyond. It's not like I'm only making these changes for now. So this is the new mindset that I've adopted to give myself grace, moving away from overconsumption, moving away from gluttony, moving away from indulgence, and understanding how to self-regulate. And not just with food, with shopping, with entertainment, with social media. It's with everything. Something that I've been telling myself in my head is deny the flesh, deny the flesh, deny, because that is something that I heard one of these Christian creators that I follow mention, and it really stuck with me. It's like, I don't have to give myself everything that I want in that moment. I can delay that gratification and train myself to feel happiness in the moments when I'm not getting everything that I want. And so this is something that I'm going to continue to work on, but it is a big piece of the journey. So as I look ahead to Q2, the things that I'm really looking forward to is just implementing a strict bedtime. One of the issues that I'm facing is scrolling on TikTok and losing track of time before bed. And that really has been disrupting my circadian rhythm, and it's harder for me to fall asleep. I've had a couple sleepless nights in the last 2 months, and so I really do want to hone in on how I can get myself into bed. Maybe it's leaving my phone downstairs before I head up for bed. But yeah, that is something that I need to figure out and get a handle on in the next coming months, as well as waking up at a certain time. Now, I try to wake up around like 6:30, 7, but sometimes I sleep in. And so I really want to get into the habit of waking up at the same time every day and getting outside for that morning walk. Another thing, I need to eat more vegetables. It is crucial to being healthy and I think I do an okay job, but I can definitely be eating more leafy greens. I could be eating more blueberries. I could be eating more broccoli. Overall, I need to prioritize vegetables a bit more. So I have a little plan. Well, my sister really had the plan and I'm adopting the plan. Our friend Stephanie told us about this really nice asparagus recipe, and there are tons of things that you can do with frozen vegetables as well. So I might take you guys along with us to the grocery store and we'll take a look at what we might be able to get for this upcoming week. Water is another thing that I am going to be laser focused on. I love water, but for some reason I haven't been drinking enough lately. And so I really need to focus on upping my game with the water intake. I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory, so I'm not going to say very much more, but yeah, water is life. It's key to losing weight, and it just helps flush out all the toxins and just everything in your system that you want to get rid of. And so I need to have a little bit more water in my life. And last but not least, reducing takeout. I've been eating out less, but I haven't cut it out completely. And I don't think I ever will, but I think I can reel back even more. And so I'm gonna challenge myself to eliminate some of the ordering when I feel tired or when I run out of meal prep, and see if that helps me in my push to losing an additional 10 pounds. So that's really it in a nutshell. I am 10 pounds down, thank the Lord. I am looking forward to 10 more. And in between now and then, I'll bring you along the journey. We'll go on more hot girl walks. Maybe we'll go to the grocery store together if I'm not feeling too shy. And I'll bring you guys into the kitchen to meal prep some more. Thank you guys so much for watching and supporting me on this journey. And I'll catch you in the next video. XOXO Charms.